Welcome back, S.W.Y.M. Thank y'all for joining us today on this beautiful Sunday, the 8th of March, 2026. Just want to get started, before we begin today's episode. I really want to pay homage and honor to the 6 U.S. service members who lost their lives in the Port Shalupa strike this past week. To us, this isn't just politics and it isn't just news. This is real stuff. We're veterans as well. We've been to the places that got hit during this time in our world. The impact hits our service members and their families first. So we want to make sure their names are heard as well. And as Air Force veterans, we thank you, every one of you across all the branches. Your courage, your commitment, your sacrifice, we do not take it lightly. Names of the fallen: Major Jeffrey R. O'Brien, Indianola, Iowa. We thank you. Captain Cody A. Cork, Winter Haven, Florida. We thank you. Chief Warrant Officer Robert M. Marzon, Sacramento, California. We thank you. Sergeant First Class Noel L. Titchens, Bellevue, Nebraska. We thank you. Sergeant First Class Nicole M. Amore, White Bear Lake, Minnesota. We thank you. And Sergeant DeClan J. Cody, West Des Moines, Iowa. We thank you. Now we just ask that we just take a moment of silence. All right. Thank you, S.W.Y.M, so much for that. I just want to say thank you as well. We're currently sitting at 49 subscribers, guys. So it's a slow bubble, but we building. And, every share, every like, every comment, it means the world to us. We see y'all showing love to the segments, the clips, the conversations we have. And we appreciate everyone helping this community grow. But listen, we're not done yet. Say What You Mean is about saying what you mean, living with purpose, with discipline, and with the community. So we're calling on everybody to keep watching and keep pushing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. If you haven't shared an episode, share the one that hit the hardest. And if you've been vibing but never commented, this is the week to tap in. And real quick, Spring Break Health Challenge is live. Remember, it's 31 miles in 31 days. You can walk it, you can run it, you can ruck it. It don't matter. We just want y'all to get out there and stay healthy. For my guys, Spoon, Q, Kenzie is in our hearts going through something this week, but he'll be with us soon. How y'all guys feeling this week?
Feeling well. Everything's good.
Well, that's doing well. Able to travel a bit with some with going to see some family during this spring break time. So times of refreshing, beautiful time of year, beautiful weather. At least we have it here in Dallas. Uh, Apologies or thoughts and prayers with some of the other members that's hitting with some inclement weather, but we're good here in the South.
Awesome. Awesome. As y'all can see, we got a new logo. How y'all like it? What y'all feel about it?
It's dope. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
This one is here to stay.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Yeah.
It's the
I
official.
love it, man. Say what you mean. I've been right. That thing's been in my spirit for 30 years. I'm glad y'all caught on.
uh, hey, look, so we're gonna hit the drop. We're gonna talk about a very probably an underground artist, but he shouldn't be just because of his lyrical prowess and the things that he has taken co-writing credits for. Sci the Prince. Could he be the uncrowned best lyricist? I mean, I just feel like we got to talk about it because some of the guys people consider their ghosts he has written for. And this is just me personally, I'm not no pro rapper or anything, but I do write. And so as a writer, you respect people who write. And as a lyricist, I don't feel like you can be that. You can't be at the top of my list anyway if you have people ghostwriting for you. And I don't mean sitting in a studio in a session and y'all sharing ideas. And some ideas get on his song, some ideas get on your song. That's different. If y'all want, y'all can both give each other credit. It don't matter. But when a guy come in and sit down and give you a verse or a song and you rap it the way he telling you to, like, like that's where I draw the line. I can't see that. What say you?
I'm in total agreement with you. Let me get this out before Q ruins this with his take on hip hop.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If you didn't write the verse, you don't get credit for being the greatest. I don't care how good it flowed off your tongue, the ad libs you threw on it. Part of it is actually pen to pad, putting the words down, and they being your thoughts. So, as far as Side of Prince, got to give him credit for all the ghost writing he's done, but as far as being one of the greatest, he hasn't put out that much of his own product for me to put him on that shelf. So yes, I give him credit, but that's a mantle I don't think he can reach just based solely off of his amount of artistry that he's put out for himself.
Good point.
I want to say, I guess I got to take Easy off my list.
Amongst others.
No,
I didn't
look,
know that you had to write your own.
That's my criteria. That's my
That's your
criteria.
criteria.
So
give
if
me a
you
minute. Let me
cool
get
with it,
my pen, my pad, and take Easy off. So let me be honest. I think I will give you guys credit. A lot of my takes you're gonna be hearing is fresh. I'm just gonna be honest. I had stopped listening to hip hop for a while since probably like the 90s. Many of the stuff that's at least the very commercial stuff now, the best way I heard it said is just verbal pornography. Okay. Just the over sexuality and those things. What you guys have done, you guys have reintroduced me to a segment of hip hop that I actually enjoy, that I can do. And I hate to agree with Spoon. I'm telling you, I was punching air earlier, but I can get with the lyrical side, especially today, because if it's not lyrical, it's going to be very commercial. It's just, and I just can't enjoy it. I really enjoy just a simple bass line and somebody that can really spit and flow and lyrical. Those things are pleasing. So listening to this guy, I can be honest, it was a fresh. I was like, wow, this guy was a breath of fresh air. I mean, he's definitely dope. The good old days. Um, One of the things I had to write down one of the things he said, you got one book and thought you could run a Boston. I mean, he just his lyrical play, his realism kind of transcends or transmits over his lyrics. I am not a historian, hip hop historian enough to put him in the class. I have to yield to you gentlemen who are more history. You guys can attest this when we was at Mountain Home. If I had not listened to a whole CD, it was your fault, Spoon, because you didn't let me borrow it. Okay. It's not my fault that I didn't go buy it. It is your fault that you didn't let me borrow it. So I could just give you my fresh neutral take on that. But I really enjoyed it. For a matter of fact, after the songs that I heard, Jay, I actually want to check out his whole catalog. So I was very impressed with him.
do you guys realize he's from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about him having that flow style and coming from Atlanta? Does it fit, or do you feel like he was influenced by East Coast?
I think it fits. Atlanta is south, but it's still on the east, and there's a lot of East Coast people down in Atlanta. But I don't see. I don't want to get into that where because now we're gonna say guys from Atlanta normally don't rap good, and that's not the case because they have other guys who rap just like this. They just aren't getting the publicity.
Right.
So
Okay.
Sahai the Prince has been doing this for a long time. He's just not as popular as Two Chains. And maybe he is. I don't know. But they don't pump him like they were pumping Two Chains a couple years back. And I
Facts.
don't get that because lyrically, he's probably one of the nicest guys out of Atlanta to me. Um, the Southern sound, or however we want to categorize that,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter that he's from Atlanta. He can spit, he can flow, he got bars. He could be from Memphis. He got bars. It don't matter his geographic location. I'm
Is
digging
it
him.
fair that he doesn't
I
have
like
the
the way he
commercial
spit.
hits? Is
Say
it fair
again.
that he doesn't have the commercial hits per se of some of these other guys to get him on everybody's?
He does. He's got him with Kanye. He's got the commercial hits. They just on
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's
Travis
album.
Scott, he got some
Yeah.
songs he wrote for
He
Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
he's got the hits. Maybe he's happier being behind the scenes ghostwriting. I don't know.
Correct. But yeah, the boy definitely, like I say, it's refreshing because you guys who more hip hop historians, I thought there was nothing I wanted to listen to. I thought, man, I'm appreciating these guys more because I realized I do still love hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I just don't want, like I say, the verbal pornography.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
want
we're
that.
on the
I want some
same.
lyrics, something that I can ride to that's simple. And you guys are really reintroducing me to it. So I guess my take when we talk about it being a little bit of a fresh take, because you guys know that's always been it. Did it play on the radio? No. Well, call me once he makes Dick Clark's.
The top 40 hip hop list.
Aging yourself. Y'all aging
And I don't.
yourself
It was
right
on
now.
A.
Hey, look, I'll say this. It's kind of like quoting Fonte from Little Brother. He said, I love hip hop. I just hate the rappers in it. So, a lot of that can be said. You can take it for what you want. I know what he was trying to say.
Yeah. Definitely.
Man, so good conversation, fellas, as always with music. We got to hop into sports. It's been a great NBA season. This has always been my favorite part of the season after All-Star break because people starting to settle in. Whatever trades was going to get done is done. The team you got is the team you're rolling with. And so we're going to jump into that segment, Q's Corner, and see what's going on with that. What you got for us this week?
Man, I'm excited once again. We have a great lineup. We're in March.
Mm-hmm.
We got the madness. If you're a basketball guy, come on.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about? We got the tournament starting, the conference tournament. Then we're going to roll into the 68, I believe, later on. But right now, we're going to talk about the NBA. I got a couple matchups. Number one, get ready to kick off the Celtics and the Cavs, right? The big headline here is Tatum. Welcome back.
Wow.
A class act, a guy's coming back from Achilles. He had his first game the other night against the Mavericks in a win. Effed around and almost had a triple double, right? 15 points, I think 12 assists and
Yep.
7 rebounds. Or 12 rebounds, I think, is 7 assists. But they got in a win. Most people say he looks like he's about 85%. But that changes a lot with them getting him back. So wouldn't want to see them in a playoff series. The Knicks and the Lakers is going to be newsworthy. But me personally, I'm exhausted of the Lakers. I'm exhausted that we got to talk about the Lakers all the time.
And I'm in Cali, man. Trust me, I'm exhausted as well.
I mean, please miss me. The Lakers, they sit in number 6. They're not going to do anything meaningful in a playoff. They got to really get to the offseason, decide what are they going to do. I mean, everyone is in agreement that the Luka, Austin, LeBron is not a path to success.
What is so hard about that? That is so easy to me. I see it. You cannot have all three on the floor. Whenever LeBron has been successful, it's been him and the shooters and a couple of guys that rebound and play defense. He don't need another star for real. He is the system. Like James Harden was saying, he's the system. Mm-hmm. Build around him, right? Okay, so now you got Luka there. Luka is great offensively, plays no defense, right? In fact, his offense is stagnant because I don't think he'll ever win a title just because of how he holds the ball. You cannot continue to bring the ball down, look for a lob. If it's not there, then you running it down for the next 10 seconds to get a step back. And that could be mid-range or three-pointer with him. And Austin Reeves is budding. He's just trying to find his footing, right? So when LeBron ain't there, he's scoring 40, 37 in back-to-back games, and then Luka, he gets healthy. You can see he can run with him. Is one of them has to go to the bench, preferably either Luka or Bron. And it's not going to be Luka right now because he's the young star. You have to either, like you said, over the rest of the season, Bron has to come off the bench. Let him ride the bike the first, 6 minutes, real talk, to keep them 41-year-old legs moving, to keep his heart rate up. So when he get on the floor, it's not a shock. And then have them two guys run the first part of it, and then you can switch it throughout the game at that point. But to start them, it's too much of the same stuff going on the floor.
You think LeBron is going to come off the bench?
Bruh, I don't think that, but you have to at least have the conversation with the man. Like, what are you trying to get out of the rest of the season? And I'm a
What is he trying to
Bron.
get out of the rest of his career? It's time to go.
Exactly,
Let
exactly.
it go,
But
man. You should have
but
did
you
your
you
world
got to
tour
be
this
ready.
year.
You know you got to be ready, Spoon. You're not going to give nothing up until you feel like you've exhausted it. Until you feel like you can't do it no more, you're going to keep doing.
So where's he? Real quickly, if he were to go somewhere in the off season, Jay and Spoon, do you have any early? First of all, do you believe it's likely he'll be gone from the Lakers at the end of the season? And if so, then the secondary question: do you have a potential landing spot?
I'll just be short with it. I hope he goes somewhere. I don't care where it is, as long as it's off the Lakers, so I can start watching my team play again. Like I don't watch it with LeBron on the court. I don't watch the Lakers because of LeBron. So I hope he goes anywhere. It'll make me happy.
All right, Jay.
I'm in agreement with that. The Lakers aren't my team. I pretty much follow LeBron, so wherever he go, I know they got a chance to win a title. It's amazing to me to see him fit in with so many different teams. I think a lot of times when people say you're gonna miss him when he's gone, you are. You're not gonna have nobody else to hate, and also you're not gonna see somebody who dominated the game the way he did. There's nobody trying to go to the lane anymore. Everybody is shooting jumpers. You got a guy 7'6", he would rather much shoot a jumper.
Do you think it'll be good for him to go back and retire at Cleveland?
Man, I think so. I think that would
I think that'd
complete
be
that would complete the circle. That would have been his third time's a charm. That would have been him ending it with another accomplishment to retire. He got 2 MVPs there. He came back, won a title there. Yeah,
yeah.
you come back and you retire there. Yeah,
Plus, they got
man.
a pretty good, decent team. They can use a veteran that if he wants to come off the bench, they can use him a lot of
Right.
different ways over there, and he'll be back home. I think
Yeah,
that's a good fit, but
I think so too. And look, he's a free agent, so this is
he
your
don't have to
chance. This is your
demand
chance to
an
talk
amount.
him into the
Yeah.
bench. Yep. This would be like, look, we want you here, and we think we can win a ring with you here, but we need you to be here.
First of all, they were riot in that stadium putting LeBron on the bench. So number one, I got two potential landing
When you
spots.
say riot, does that mean they're gonna start burning his jerseys again? I don't. What do you mean by riot?
Yeah, because that's already
I,
happening. So
I
you
mean,
can't constitute that as a riot. That's a welcome home.
yeah.
I
Welcome
Right.
home.
Right.
We'll buy your jersey all over again. Here you
I
go.
think, potentially I got two spots potentially. Number one, I hope he leaves, to your
Mm-hmm.
point, soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, if LeBron goes and potentially Donovan Mitchell plays a Kyrie Irving role, right? A straight up bucket where you don't need him to make any decision. Donovan Mitchell needs to make no decisions. He
Mm-hmm.
just needs to be able to know that when I catch it, I can shoot it. When
Mm-hmm.
you start trying to make him do decisions, that's when the game gets convoluted for him. And so I think he could definitely. There's a potential there with Mobley and the Fro. They actually got a heck of a chance. It
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be a bad scenario. I'll tell you one other scenario that I think could work. He could go to Houston with KD. He could go to Houston with KD and Shangoon. That would be a challenge. I think that could be very interesting. And but let me just say this here. Let me get to my next point on that as well. The key match I'm looking at is Houston and the Spurs. Okay,
Ooh.
who's the number two and number three today? The Spurs is just they're just so entertaining, man. It's just the
Yeah.
color of the
Finally.
arenas, vibrant colors.
Uh-huh.
Wemby's just exciting. The team is there. The Rockets, who I've been saying they kind of overachieving. Shangoon, KD, that Amen Thompson, man, that guy is just a Swiss Army knife. It's some good brand of basketball. I think Houston's one piece away. They're gonna scare somebody, but they're one piece away. What KD is still the heavy lifting that KD is still doing at this point of his career is phenomenal. I can't
Yeah.
think of anybody that has been doing this level of heavy lifting from that scoring. I mean, he's as good as at any time. So I think that's good. And then my last thing, I'm gonna open it back up to you guys. There's the Magic versus the Bucks, and I just want to ask this question. I don't want to bleed into another segment we got later though. But as it pertains to the Bucks sitting in number 11 spot, why does Doc Rivers still have a job? And why does Doc Rivers keep getting jobs? Doc Rivers should have been fired 4 years before he got
he got to
fired
be connected, man. He's got to be
in the Clippers.
connected.
But I'm gonna leave this to you guys. Why does he still have a job?
We've been asking that for years now. Nobody
Everybody,
knows.
everybody.
History. That the NBA, all these teams, they just recycle coaches. Get fired here. There's another job at another organization for you somewhere.
That proved nothing.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to prove nothing.
Off the name, I just can't. The guy that they fired in Milwaukee, I believe he was like 26 and 18. I should know the guy, and I forgot he was there for half. He wasn't even there whole season. And Doc has never been anywhere sniff 500. Doc has been under 500 the whole time he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's horrible. It's my team. They're not doing anything. It's not even worth watching. The Giannis thing, he should have got traded. It's becoming. You know what? Only team I'm more exhausted of than the Lakers is the Bucks. So far, I'm exhausted.
That's Giannis' fault, man. That's Giannis' fault.
He got some ownership in that.
Yeah. He can't keep tiptoeing around this, man. Like, do you want to look? If you want to win, it's probably not going to be here again. If you want to leave, you're going to have to make up your mind, man. Nobody's going to allow you to be a martyr and still command the money that you bring with your play. You know what I mean? Like,
and command, we got to have your siblings on the team taking up a roster spot.
Who produces nothing but morale.
Yeah, you want to win here.
Find somebody who can shoot, who can lift the morale.
Let's get rid of your brother. We can bring somebody in here.
For sure.
First of all, y'all got to get off the dances, okay? I'm telling you, I can take a whole lot. What I'm not going to do today is allow y'all to get on the nazis. Now, I'm telling you, I mean, you can tell me them cheers and applause ain't needed, but you know what? He doing what he need to do.
Bro, he wiped down his nose. He got the chairs out. His nose on TV, bro.
The only reason you pulling for him is because it's Milwaukee.
It's Milwaukee, man. But you know what? He ain't a distraction. You know, some people be riding. Listen, if you was the last guy on the bench, he doing what he's supposed. Listen. You can take what he doing and put that on the tape. This is what we need you to be.
That's his baby brother too, so I'll give him a little leeway.
Yeah, so it's good, man. So that's my little thought about that. So yeah, he needs to go. Period. ASAP. Anybody.
Yes.
So as far as Doc Rivers, you just want him out of the league altogether, or do you just think he needs to be fired from his current position?
He needs to have a contract with ABC and ESPN. He did a horrible job in Philly.
When's the last time he was successful as a coach?
When he won that title in Boston.
But overall, after they won the title,
yeah, that's over a decade.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah,
and then once they got rid of the big three, or whatever, he just started going down. In the Clippers, what an excellent team, excellent
Lob City, right?
Amount of talent. Tell me what talent he didn't have when they had Chauncey Billups, they had Chris Paul, they had a young DeAndre Jordan, a young Blake Griffin, Jamal Crawford.
Off the bench.
You had Lou Williams. Tell me what talent he didn't have for multiple years.
Coaching.
And didn't get it done. Damn, he go to Philly, does a horrible job, gets fired, go to broadcast. Then Milwaukee said, "Oh, let's pick him up because he went to Marquette. He went to college with my aunt back in the '80s, and he's doing horrible." Listen, I think, and let me be clear, I think he's a class act. Okay, and I think he'd be great with some headphones on.
Do you think it's because he's a former player that he's been able to extend his coaching career this long?
It's because I don't know why. It's just like the same guy who kept getting the job was who was the guy, D'Antoni.
Mm-hmm.
Continued on, they just kept. I don't.
He's an offensive genius.
Oh my goodness, D'Antoni used to make.
He kept getting these jobs.
Kobe hyped him up though. When he was with the Lakers, all Kobe kept doing was saying, "I love this guy. He's an offensive brain." Blah blah blah.
Kobe could shoot.
But look though, you see how that continues over. If you get the right marketing from the right voice, Kobe said he's good. Let's hire him.
Man, I'm gonna get into our 7 minutes about what I think about coaches and where I think the league need to go. So I'm gonna reserve it for that.
Okay.
All right.
That's my piece. All right. So the Jay, you're doing the Hall of Fame piece, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we could jump into that. So, of course, the finalists came out, and I felt like it needed to be talked about because we were talking about past Hall of Fame guys, Melo, Vince Carter, and T Mac, and I had posed a question to y'all: who do you think deserves to be in the hall? One, two, or all three of them? And that question came up because of the list of Hall of Fame inductees we got going on, these finalists. So I'll just go down a couple of the names. We got Candace Parker, and some of her things are she a two-time WNBA MVP, Rookie of the Year, three-time WNBA champion, Finals MVP, seven-time All-Star, seven-time All WNBA first team. Like, to me, that's clear cut. She's got moments in that history. She's got titles. She's got Rookie of the Year. She's got a Finals MVP. She's got two league MVPs. Those are big time accolades for you to get when you enter in a Hall of Fame. Next on that, we got Elena Deladon, also a two-time league MVP, one-time champion, seven-time All-Star, the first WNBA player in history with a 50, 40, 90. That's big time. Mm-hmm. When you think about all of the great WNBA stars that we done had, like a lot of them. And she was the first one to do that. Four-time All WNBA first team. Then you got Blake Griffin. Now, this is where one of my question marks come up, because is it a Hall of Fame, or do you need some stats to get you in there? Because I would give you Blake had a lot of moments that will bring somebody fame.
That's a great take.
Six NBA All-Stars, 5 All NBAs, number one pick.
And Kia Slam Dunk champion.
Now,
sorry, man, that was uncalled for, man. Cold-blooded.
How was that dunk, though? Was that over the car, or was that the hood of the car? Not saying I could get over either one.
Yeah. It was over the emblem. It was over the emblem.
Thank you.
Hey, he cleared it. I would have clipped the toes of my kicks.
On they brought the whole car for him to go over this much of it.
That's what I'm saying. They lined it up like he's about to jump the sunroof. Nah, man. Didn't even attempt it.
And he almost clipped the emblem.
He did.
Jumped over the spoiler.
That would have been higher than the hood. The car was slanted in the front.
What are we doing? Why did we roll it out?
Yeah. The Kia needed to get some advertisement.
Yeah, oh, man. A compact vehicle, too.
For sure. Then we got Amari Stoudemire. This was one of my favorite players. I'm not going to lie. So if he get in the Hall of Fame, I'm good. 6-time All NBA All-Star, All NBA first team, and 2-time Israeli League champion as well. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame, so they count the all in any championships. But Amari was this guy out of high school as well. He's one of those great high school players that we had come out and join the league and be successful. Do you guys think he could have been top 10 without injuries?
Top 10 what?
Yeah, top 10 of what?
Top 10 power forwards in the league.
No.
Without injuries.
No.
That's speculative. I couldn't say yeah or nay.
You don't think so, huh?
Because who would you take off the list for potential? Because we're just counting his potential on what we think he could have done if it weren't for injuries. So,
well, give me 9 more. That's better.
Then Amari?
Yeah.
Shit.
Off the top of my head,
if you got him,
Moses Malone, Dr. J, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale.
Was Larry Bird a 3 or a 4?
What position? 4?
Yeah, I think Amari played power forward most of his
life. Bird was a 4. Okay. He went for, I would say.
They always compare him to other small forwards. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, we saying power forward, or we just saying forwards?
Power forward.
Okay.
Top 10 power forwards.
I'm I'm gonna go with Moses Malone.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kevin McHale.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Larry Bird. I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan. With Robinson was back and forth. I'm
Tim
gonna go.
Duncan was a power forward, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go KG. I'm
KG.
gonna go Dirk. Um, I'm gonna go Giannis. I'm gonna go LeBron.
And all these people had long careers. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I
It's you
mean,
gotta take
you can
somebody
throw
off who had
Melo.
a
You can
20
argue him
year.
and Melo.
I mean, them last two is threes.
I'm gonna go KD.
Melo, KD, Brian, all play small
I mean,
forward.
that's off the top of my head.
No, I feel you. Them last three all play small forward though. They
You
not
know,
power.
the
They not
games.
power forwards.
I
See,
So
don't
that's
know,
what I'm
man.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It is something to at least think about because four of the guys you name are they are listed as small forwards. This is the position that they've been playing for most of their careers. Now, lately they have switched because they gotten older. Bron is still more athletic than a lot of the fours. KD definitely got more talent than any other four out there. You know what I mean? But for the most part, they've been small forwards. So if you gotta if they leak into the power forward realm, then Amari, I mean, it's just something to think about.
Yeah, it is. How many years did he play total?
In the NBA, it says 12.
Oh, 12. It was
And
longer
and
than I
and that's with
thought.
a couple of injuries, you
Yeah, it
know.
was longer
So
than I thought. I thought he was like
well,
9 years.
all right. Let me go ahead. Let me go down the list.
yeah, please do. Please do. Give me your thoughts.
Candace is not even up for discussion. I think
Mm,
she
facts.
automatically 100% is in, no question.
And they count college too, right? She has
Yeah,
college
I think
champ.
she won
Yeah,
three.
she's
yeah.
definitely in there. That
Mm-hmm.
I
there's no
mean,
doubt she's
she could get in
first
on
ballot.
college
Yeah,
alone.
she's
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
And then the fact she did that, Elena Adeladon is a baller.
Mm-hmm.
Has elements of her game that reminds me of Katie.
Yep.
I think
Facts.
she's definitely there. Her impact on the league. Blake, here's I'm gonna get in. Let me talk about Blake and let me talk about Amari. Um, why is being a good, maybe even why being having a good career in the NBA? Why is that not good enough? What is wrong with that?
What do you
I
mean?
mean, there's a lot of times people just don't know people. They was okay. They did this, that, and other. Blake Griffin was a good player
Mm-hmm.
for a. He did not have a great NBA career.
No.
He had a good NBA career for stretch.
Yeah.
Amari probably had was better, but I just somehow it's disrespectful if we don't make you. You're losing it. The NFL is having the same problem with their Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is though they're like you see here a lot of their Hall of Famers speaking on. Dion is one of them. Like we cannot keep just letting everybody go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And for somehow, if you're not in the Hall of Fame, you feel as though we're disrespecting you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just have an issue with that. I think I enjoy it. And I think, like you say, he had a lot of moments. Blake Griffin, Amari had a lot of moments. I think Amari was better than Blake, but I don't think
Definitely.
either are worthy of the Hall of Fame. That's my thing. And then Doc Rivers, I don't understand how on what grounds are we considering him. His NBA career, by no means, in his coaching has not been transformative. No, so that's my position on the recommended the people that's up for consideration.
Yeah, I agree. I think the two WNBA players get in hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the other three, I don't know. It may take some time, but I don't think they make it in based off just being good enough players.
Spoon, give me your take on what I said about this feeling as though that we have to put everybody in the Hall
Yeah,
of
I
Fame.
agree. I've never been of that mindset that hey, just because you're a league veteran, somehow somewhere down the road, eventually you're going to make it to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Because that doesn't make it a Hall of Fame. It's supposed to be for the greatest of the greatest players. Um, it's not Hall of Fame if you could wait 15 years and then all of a sudden you're in because oh, it's been long enough.
Right. Right.
That's not fair to the guys who really put in the work because that just tells us that anybody can get in or everybody eventually will get in.
Mhm.
To
Based
me,
on
Hall of
what?
Fame
Based
is
on
like
what? Because the stats never change. Once you're done with the game, your stats are never going to change.
exactly. Hall of
Go
Fame
ahead,
should
Jay.
be Hall of Fame should be a no brainer, right? Like, should we actually have to go 2-3 rounds of voting if it's the Hall of Fame? Like, these are the best of the best, the cream that rose to the top. So what's the deliberate? You know, when the names come up, it should be yes, yes, no, no. It shouldn't be so much deliberation on it. I agree. They should still be voting on it, but it shouldn't have to come down to, oh, you didn't make it this year. We'll think about it next year. Well, like Spoon just said, your stats is not going to get any better. You're not going to accumulate any more accolades that help your fight out. So if you didn't make it, then you probably shouldn't make it, right?
Yeah, I think Deion Sanders, when he made the point that the Hall of Famers
Mm-hmm.
should be the ones voting on the Hall of Famers.
I like that too.
Yeah.
If
That's
you're in
fair.
the Hall of Fame, you get a vote. If you're not in
Mm-hmm.
the Hall of Fame, you do not get a vote. Your opinion doesn't matter.
That's good. I like that. I
I
agree.
think that's
Okay.
how
I
every
like
league
that.
should do it. If you are in the Hall of Fame, you get a vote. If you're not, you don't get a vote. And it should be maybe 3 to 5 years. You get 5 years going up.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you didn't make it.
They just lowered it to 3 for the
Oh,
NBA.
yes, three now? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I agree with that. So very good players. Enjoy watching them. And again, I say that with no shade, but I do say that in the mindset of trying to preserve what the Hall of Fame has been. That's my reason for saying that. No shade on Blake, no shade on Amari. Very impactful.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I don't want to harp on Doc, but since there is a coach in there, who are you guys' top 3 coaches and why? Can you name them?
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll take a stab at this one here.
Okay.
My top 3 coaches, I'm gonna say last 2, 3 years, 3 years, just kind of segmented. Current, I got number one, Mark Dagnall of the
Okay.
OKC Thunder. Okay,
Okay.
and because this guy, again, I'm exhausted with if Doc Rivers or Steve Kerr was doing what he's doing now, all the G's of Steve Kerr, he has this team at the top of the thing. This guy, Mark Dagnall, gets no fanfare. He's nowhere, but this guy here just comes with a work ethic. He came from the G League, the Oklahoma City Blue. He was a blue collar worker. The culture they got there, where now you can literally plug and play. They won the championship. The way he got them now with the injuries, they're still number one in the West. I just love his work ethic. Uh, in many ways, reminds me of a young Spo, if you will. Didn't necessarily have the mentorship of a Pat Riley, and then comparably, the previous Thunder coaches, Scott Brooks, the worst coach in NBA history, in my opinion. The fact that he had Harden, he had Kevin Durant, and he had Russell Westbrook, and he didn't hold them accountable. And he didn't allow them to get the best out of it.
And
And then
Jeff
comes
Green.
Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan was just a waste as well.
Yeah.
But this guy comes with no fanfare, and look at what he's done from a culture. And he gets their ear. He makes them play hard. That's my number one. My number two is Ime Udoka. I am a huge Ime Udoka fan. No disrespect to the coach in Boston. His name
Joe
escapes me.
Mazzulla.
Missoula, but that was his team. That Ime
Mm-hmm.
created that team. He got them to buy into defense. He held them
Mm-hmm.
accountable. That was Ime's championship, in my opinion. I can't be convinced otherwise.
Kind
And
of like
Houston
what happened in
Rockets,
damn with Steph Curry,
yeah, same thing with
Yeah,
Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
Same
definitely.
thing that was Mark Jackson. He set the tone. But Ime, I had long been liking the Rockets, and I was like, the Rockets had been having talent, but they had just been underachieving. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew Ime came in there, changed the whole tone, and look at what they're doing now. I think they're overachieving without a point guard.
Culture
Uh,
shift.
Culture shift. He's gonna be held accountable. He brings someone in. He has that correct balance of being tough. Unlike a Tibbs, can be so tough that you can run some players away. You
Mm.
gotta be able to be tough and still be mindful of the stars. I think Ime has that perfect balance. And then my last number 3 is Mitch Johnson. I am exhausted of these old coaches. Let some of this new blood in. This guy from San Antonio, this is his first year, but I'm telling you, he got what it takes. He has their ear. He has them playing hard. He's the right guy for the job. He also came up through the Spurs G League organization. Again, a guy that paid his due, but I think you're gonna see great things from him coming out. I am ready to recycle some of these guys. So I'm excited about the Mark Dagnows, the Mitch Johnsons, some of this new breed that's coming in. So those are my top 3. Give me you guys thought of your top 3.
Good list. Good list.
I'm in agreement with you on Ime Udoka. I have him as one of my top 3. Another guy you mentioned, Spoelstra, he's on the list for me. What he's doing in Miami, what he's done and continues to do speaks for itself. To be in the organization that long, remain competitive every year with or without a big name says a lot about him. And one that I have on my list is Mike Brown. Sacramento. He's that squad has been a failure for almost 2 decades, and he's turning them around. He's bringing a different culture, a
I
different
think he's in New
pedigree.
York now. He was there last year. He went to New
Mike
York.
Brown with the Knicks now.
Oh damn, yeah. So I messed up. I had him with
But he did turn
when he
him
was with
around.
Sacramento. He turned him around. See, I ain't been watching the Knicks as much as I should. I'm gonna get some flack on that from my people back home. I already know that, but
You might not. They've been letting y'all down for a couple of games, so you might not get no flack.
Nah, man, I ain't been watching.
Real quick, tell me that they replaced Tibbs for Mike Brown. What? Give me some reason why you think they did based off watching the Knicks. What you think he brings different from Tibbs, fool?
Defense. Hasn't that always been one of Tibbs? Well, I wouldn't say that, but I think it's just a change in the defense. But I really can't say it's more of an X of those things. I always thought he was a good coach, and I thought some of his firings in the past were a little too quickly. Where he got fired from the Lakers after 5-6 games one season. So he might be on my list as we feel you, bro. It's all right. keep your head up. But I don't think Mike Brown has ever been a bad coach. I just think he took some flack at sometimes that he didn't, and he kept his chin up and kept going through the process and got another head coaching job, and now he's back as a head coach.
All right, what you got, Jay?
So we all in agreement. Ime Udoka. I love his presence. I think a lot of his success comes from being a good NBA player. Establishing defense while he played, being able to play in a couple of different systems. You know what I mean? San Antonio being one, which has been known to be, regimented. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it was Tim Duncan's team, and then after that, Tony Parker. So Ime had to get in where he fit in a lot of times. Another coach, Eric Spoelstra. I just respect his story. We all know it, started out as one of the video guys. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to work your way up from video to head coach, it says something about your confidence. It says something about your knowledge of basketball. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just in there organizing the videos, you're watching them. You are utilizing the time you have with this information to evolve yourself, to take a different place within the organization. As something, not that video is meaningless, but you become the focal point of the organization in a lot of different organizations as the head coach. You know what I mean? And Miami, I feel like, is one of those places where as the head coach you have a lot of power. So I'm just been impressed with that. He won the one title with D Wade and Shaq. And then he was able to back that up again with another batch of superstars, which has to be hard. That's a lot of egos, a lot of points that's coming onto your teams. Braun was the man. Chris Bosh was the man, which doesn't get enough credit. In Toronto, Chris Bosh was a monster. I know D Wade and Braun hated playing Toronto. Chris Bosh used to give them buckets, right? So them all coming together and supposed to being able to get 2 titles out of that. And since then, you haven't really seen Miami too many times. I think they made one finals appearance since then, but they have always been in the playoffs. They never been an easy out. And I think a lot of that comes from him. And then another one of my coaches, Jason Kidd. To me, he was one of the best point guards to ever play. Mr. Basketball his year in high school of California. So that's big. I'm not from out here, but it's a lot of history. And you can Google it. It's a gang of hoopers in the NBA from California that are some of the greatest players that ever played, So and then I just like his attitude, as a point guard. Obviously, people view you as the coach on the floor. So that just helps you even more when you're able to see that from the bench. I see what you see. You know what I'm saying? But take this angle and you'll see the floor shift for you. These are tidbits that maybe a coach who has not played before, and especially at such a level as Jason Kidd, who has been known for having some of the best vision in the game. His teams, even when they're not playoff bound, they don't tank. I respect that. I don't feel like you should ever go out on the floor or the field or the mound, whatever your battlefield of choice is, and just give up or play lower than expected because you already ain't gonna make it. Like, no.
Hurt.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think two
That's
things
my
I
take.
think. So Jay, you got two things I want to reiterate that you said.
Go ahead.
Uniquely with Jason Kidd, and I'm gonna really harp on with Ime. You said you like Ime's presence, and really you talk about the player he was.
Yep.
And really the coach takes on the personality of the coach. The team takes on the personality of the coach.
Yep.
And you see the Rockets and you saw Boston play. And it's something about when you're not a superstar, when you got to get it like Ime, you got to fight for position.
Yeah.
It was hard to take Ime off the court because he played defense so hard, right?
Yep.
Not because what he did. And so you look at those teams and they have this identity. You look at Kids team, they have this identity and his smarts. And so that's some of the similar reasons why I like those guys. But really, in conversing, the Lakers take on the Lakers. I can't really put all on JJ, but they take on the personality of JJ, right? Let's get the best shots. They're not worried about defense. The team takes on the personality of the coach.
Good point.
So
Good
I
point.
think that's some stuff you see in the NBA, especially when you have uniquely when you have former players that's coaching.
Good point. I didn't think about that before. JJ Redick is not known for his outstanding defense, but he is known for creating screens, making space, running back screens, which is all of the stuff that they're doing. Do they have great out of bounds plays? Yes, but they're not playing no defense. So I love that point. Good take. Good take.
I have a question since you brought him up. Do you think he'll remain with the Lakers since we talked about them earlier? Is he going to remain with the Lakers, or
that question wasn't obvious?
Yeah. The question with him is two things can happen. If he has a better chance if LeBron leaves. LeBron historically cycles any place he's at will cycle through some coaches.
Yeah.
I personally thought Darvin Ham was a good coach for the Lakers. I think he had the personality to let Westbrook come off the bench.
Yep.
I don't think you don't get much leeway when LeBron, when you're in those the big sports markets like Los Angeles, and you have a player like LeBron to really. I thought they should let him. I thought he did well, but so much spotlight. So JJ may get a little more leeway after I believe LeBron's leaving this summer. But if LeBron stay, it's probably time for him to go. That's the history of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my piece on it.
One more point I wanted to touch on. We noticed the Jayson Tatum made his comeback, and he looked great. I'm going to say it. I'm a Jaylen Brown promoter myself. Nothing against Jayson Tatum. I just always thought Jaylen Brown was a better player. So I pose this question. Well, two questions actually. First one is, why is Jaylen Brown not getting considered more for MVP? And two, now that Tatum is back, not 100% as he say, 85, I think you said earlier. So if he's only 85, you figure by the playoffs, he should be close to 100.
Mm-hmm.
That's about
Mm-hmm.
20 or so more games under his belt. He's going to be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jaylen Brown going to have to give him more reign for them to win, or can he still continue to do his MVP stuff with Jayson Tatum being a role player?
Yeah. So number one, to your first question about Jaylen Brown, are they ready for him to be MVP?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this here, and a quote from my good brother, Kendrick Lamar, came to mind. Actually, a verse from the song Mask Off remix. So let me just read a couple of things. I think it answers the question, and then I go line by line. Platinum, platinum, platinum. Gotta look at self and ask what happened. How y'all let a conscious brother go commercial while only making conscious albums? How y'all let the braids on TV? How y'all let the hood at the table? No, y'all don't even know how to rate him. Brothers looking at him like I'm a creative player. Everybody who didn't pay respects got to fess up now and pay y'all debts. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you what I mean by that. Platinum, platinum, platinum. The boys are NBA champions. They're playing to Jaylen Brown. Undeniable. He got the hard way. Then you go to, gotta look at yourself and ask what happened. How y'all let a conscious brother go commercial while only making conscious albums? Self-control, self-contained, right? A conscious, self-aware, right?
Yep.
How y'all let this guy, undeniable? How y'all let the braids on TV? All right, he wear braids. Okay, that's a little obvious, right?
It's all
How
good.
y'all let the hood at the table? Now y'all don't even know how to rate him. Now he's here because we got to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it, but now he's here.
Yep.
And he said, brothers look like creative players. Everybody who didn't pay y'all respects got to fess up now and pay your debts. So I think, brother Kendrick, I apologize. That's what popped in my head. And I think that they, as it pertains to him and Tatum, those two have already proven that they can go at times 1A and 1B, and they have flipped on that at different times. It's already been proven. That's my take on that.
Okay. What you got, Spoon?
My take is I'm actually really surprised that my friend was actually able to use hip hop references in his answer.
In a correct context, too. Look at that.
I'm so proud of this guy.
You know what?
I agree. I think the Celtics have proven 1A, 1B, whoever it is, they can do it. And I don't think Jaylen cares. Uh, he's already got the hardware and he got the MVP. So no matter how the league tries to put him and Tatum on the scale, who's up here, who's down here, the MVP showed. You know, he stepped up when it was needed. He got the trophy when everybody thought it was going to Tatum. And to me, that says a lot. You know, basketball fans saw what was happening on the court and they picked the right person. They didn't just go by favoritism. And I think that's what he's dealing with now. A lot of favoritism and colorism
For
keeping
sure.
him at bay.
For sure.
I just leave it at that.
Yeah. Your thoughts,
Good
Jay?
take. Good take. My thoughts, Jaylen Brown. Well, I mean, you guys can see what I put. I put no sneaker machine behind him, you know. Uh, and my man got some nice looking shoes. I haven't bought a pair myself, but they look fire. And if you see how he's performing in them, it's no ball family joints. Them joints, you know what I mean? He got real money behind his shoes. So I love that. Self-contained, like you said, he keep to himself, but he's a very knowledgeable brother as well, academically confident. I think that is something that they scared of in sports. It's easy to use money and fame as a tool if you can't think. See, so people can get attached to the visual, what I can see, that money dropping in front of me, what I can see, what I can buy with that money, what I can see, the attention that the money brings me, right? But what do you know? Did you read your contract? Can you read your contract? What does this phrase in this sentence mean? You know what I mean? And when you cannot control somebody with the visual, it's hard to break their mental. We know what we know. Whatever it is, nobody can tell you that you wrong, right? No matter what it is. If it's something that you have learned and take your job for instance. Nobody can tell you how to do your job. You know what you do. You've been doing it. Someone can't just come out of nowhere and be like, you're doing that wrong. Let me show you what you can get from this. You're like, nah, I know what I have here. So
Yeah.
I feel like the league is ready for somebody like him. They may not know it yet, but that's exactly who they need to be MVP. I believe he plays basketball the right way, plays defense, and he represents himself well. As far as him and Tatum, I agree with y'all as well. They have shown that they can go back and forth, be 1A, 1B, and that the outside noise doesn't get to them. They both young, they both great players, they both making a lot of money right now on the same team. So that's
Yeah.
a lot of stress.
I think that's good too, Jay. And I want to give them credit
Mm-hmm.
that those two, I think you said right, they keep the noise out. The person now they get along.
Mm-hmm.
There's many things if you're not paying attention to the media that can pull you apart. You start reading the reports, but they stay and look at the history of the league. Shaq, Kobe. I think it was Iverson and a young Stackhouse, or
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these guys. It's not likely two players at that caliber on the same team will get along. It does not. That's a credit to them. It's a credit to those two getting along and doing well. And Tatum appears to be just as happy with him. Brown's just as happy. That's where. So that Boston thing, I have to give them those two, and neither one of them feel like they got to take a step back, or neither one of them feels like let me do my part, and I'm not trying to dominate the other guy. So it starts with those two superstars and their personality and the way they was raised and coached. So I give the credit with them because we've seen it many times. Great teams, Penny and Shaq, the what could have been.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure give them two some love.
Right.
Good point.
Great talk, fellas. Great talk. All right, Swim. So now we're gonna go into our veterans events and highlights. Spoon's gonna run down a couple of things for you that you need to know. Go ahead, Spoon.
All right, folks. So I just want to talk to you guys about VA disability for mental health and how to start a claim. We know there's a lot of veterans out there who have not filed claims, who don't know where to start. So we just want to run over the basics to help get some of y'all started. So for VA disability for mental health, it covers service-connected conditions that impair daily life or work with ratings from 0 to 100% based on severity. Requirements include a current diagnosis, a link to military service, and evidence of impairment. Benefits are paid for conditions like PTSD, depression, and anxiety. Key aspects of VA mental health disability. Common conditions include PTSD, depression, anxiety disorder, and sleep disorders. In order to receive a mental health disability rating, you must have a current formal diagnosis from a professional healthcare provider. Your disability must be service connected, so that's proof that that the service caused or aggravated the condition. And you have to show the functional impairment of the disability, which is evidence showing how the symptoms affect your work and social life. Ratings are between 0 and 100% and are based on severity of impairment of work and social functioning. 0% means a diagnosis exists, but symptoms do not interfere with work or social functioning. 10 to 30% is mild to moderate symptoms. 50 to 70% is significant occupation or social impairment. And 100% is total impairment. Also, there's a portion called the TDIU, which is total disability based on individual unemployment. This is for individuals who are unable to maintain gainful employment due to your mental health condition. You may be eligible for 100% compensation, even if your combined rating is lower. So, if you need help applying for mental health disability ratings, here are some quick steps to guide you through the process. One, start with the VA directly. It's the fastest and most common path. Apply for mental health disability ratings through va.gov, the disability claim portal. This is the primary place to file a claim for PTSD, depression, anxiety, MST-related conditions, and any other mental health condition connected to service. On va.gov, you have the ability to file your claim, file for an increase, upload supporting documents, and track your claim status. This is the official route and the most used by vets. 2, contact a VSO, a veteran service officer. VSOs are free, accredited, and trained to help veterans file claims correctly. VSOs are often the best option for vets who want hands-on help. They can help you with gathering your evidence, writing statements, understanding the VA language, and preparing for your CMP exams, compensation and pension exam. Trusted VSO organizations include the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, the VFW, Veterans for Foreign Wars, American Legion, and vets, and your state or local veteran service offices. 3, VA mental health providers, community care, or private mental health care providers can provide you with documentation to support your claim. If you already received mental health care through the VA, a civilian psychiatrist, psychologist, or therapist, they can provide you with your diagnosis, your treatment notes, your treatment history, functional impact statements, and medical opinions. And these records become powerful evidence for disability and can be submitted with your claim. And then last but not least, you have the county veteran service offices. Every county in the United States has a local office dedicated to helping veterans with benefits. They're free, local, and often less crowded than the national VSO. So here's the smoothest route most veterans can take for the strongest chances of success when filing a claim. 1, meet with a VSO to start your claim. 2, gather mental health documentation from the VA or private providers. 3, file the claim on va.gov. 4, prepare for the CMP exam with guidance from your VSO. And 5, you can track your claim through the VA portal. Now, here at S.W.Y.M, we don't claim to be experts on any of this, but in the future, we will be bringing on experts to help you go through your claims and your disability ratings. But stay tuned for us. We'll be providing more information in the future. Was there anything you guys want to add?
I'll
Yeah,
just say,
actually, let me just
go ahead, Jay.
let me jump in here real quick, Q. Just want to add a couple of things also. So, any veterans out here in the VA in the greater Los Angeles area or the Long Beach area, there's monthly classes going on for SoCal vets. You can check out the VA Greater Los Angeles events page. They're always running clinics for meetups and mental health sessions that you can plug into. They also have that through community care as well. You just contact your VA and ask them to get you hooked up for some therapy or peer specialist help through community care, and they can hook you up. The VA Maryland healthcare system. If you're in Brandywine, Waldorf, or Arundel counties dealing with PTSD, chronic pain, or you just need a check in, the VA Maryland system has a full list of where you can go. They can help you with primary care, mental health, PTSD, and chronic pain. And then also the sign up for the National Veterans Golden Age Games taking place in Tampa, Florida, June 27th through July 2nd is still going down. If you know an older vet who's used to be an athlete, you can tell them to sign up. No more reminiscing. And that's what I got right now. Go ahead, Q.
No, I just said that's very good. I think a lot of times the people don't know how to get started. So one
Mhm.
thing is that's probably one of the first things is just how do I start? I also want to add to that the toll-free number. One of the toll-free numbers you can call is 800-698-2411. Again, that's 1-800-698-2411. They have extras that will walk you through. I can understand how it may seem to be a daunting task, but how do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So I think just like those Spoon did a great job of talking about the process, and there's experts to help you. Do not feel as though you have to do it all alone. If you need some guidance, the VA is pretty good, in my experience, about picking up pretty early and help you out. Again, the number is 1-800-698-2411. That's one of the ways to help start the process.
Also, I just want to reiterate that this is for all veterans, whether you're already retired or separated. and for the people who are still serving that are looking forward to getting out, start getting on top of this information now, because once you're at the end, once you're in TAPS, you might already be behind the curve. So it's good to start this stuff early. And I would say one thing, for those of you that are close to military bases, see if your base has a VSO. If you're stationed somewhere near a base, there might be a VSO right there on that military base. I know when I was at Andrews retiring, we had one, and he helped me walk me through the process. It may take some time to get an appointment because there was only one on the base for a large population of veterans. So, like I said, start the process early, get on that calendar, and start working on your disability ratings. That's all I have.
And I just want to caveat on that. Good points, both of you brothers. Thank you so much for that. Don't be scared to submit your benefits. These are benefits that you have earned. It is for your time already served. A lot of times it seems a bit daunting because there is a lot of paperwork. You do have to take some steps. You do have to provide some information. It's not automatically done, but that's going to be your portion of the blessing. You taking that initiative to move forward, get what you need to get the test done, take the interviews, find the paperwork, and everything else will work itself out. I'm not exactly sure of the time limit. Of course, you don't want to wait too long. Like Spoon said, the sooner you get it in, the better. Um, but just know that it's out there for you. These are benefits waiting for you to claim them, and it can change your life. Uh,
Also,
oh, go ahead.
to, just to add one more thing to that, don't be afraid to go to the hospital. I know for us and a lot of people we serve with, they never wanted to go to the hospital. Well, if you don't have anything in your medical records, you're not going to have anything when it's time to retire or when it's time to separate, when you're looking for uh, those benefits. That sprained, nagging ankle that you just limp through every week,
Mm-hmm.
go get it checked out. Get the surgery.
That's a
Whatever it
record.
is, do it now and get it in your records. Don't wait
Yep.
till it's time to retire. And you see a lot of people wait to that last 8, 9 months thinking, oh, I'm gonna just do all these appointments now. Why? You had you had a whole career to get all that stuff in your records. It's okay to do it that way, but for you young guys, don't be scared to go to the hospital. Don't let your supervisor, don't let anybody tell you anything else. Go make your appointments and do what's needed for you and your health. That's I'll just leave it right there. It's your health. It's not someone else's. No one could tell you when you can't see a doctor for something. It's on you to get it in your medical records.
Bet. All right,
There
man.
you go.
So that's been a good show for us today, fellas. I enjoyed it. That's gonna wrap up episode 4 of the Swim. Say What You Mean podcast for us. We appreciate y'all watching, liking, sharing, and helping the community to grow every week. I believe daylight saving time starts tonight, right? So make sure
Started
you
already.
huh?
Started already.
Oh, already, huh? It was today, Sunday at midnight.
Hmm.
Okay, so if you haven't checked the stove or the microwave, you might have to set those. Remember, 31 miles in 31 days. Walk it, run it, ruck it. Please subscribe, share, and hit that like button. Join the challenge. So for Spoon, Kenzie, Q, and myself, this has been the Swim Podcast, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.